Alright, this is my Benjamin Marauder with the night vision set up. I got a new camera in, so it's a lot higher definition, so you'll be able to make some stuff out in the video this time. We got the bullet cam here. My battery pack's in here. This is an AK-47 magazine strap for your belt. We got all the connections and the battery in there. Stick your finger in here and flip the switch. See the red light on, red light off. That powers this camera, and it powers this monitor. This monitor's going back on now since I got this new camera today that I'm recording with in HD. That way, when the monitor's mounted where this DVR is that you're seeing now, I'll be able to use this camera to video what the other monitor is seeing. That way we can bring the night vision hunting to you in 1080p. We start up here. I got the Pulsar 940 IR illuminator. We got a Leapers 4-16 by 40 adjustable objective IR MD scope. We got a 12-inch Picatinny rail here, full length, uncut. The camera mounts to it using a scope mount, rifle scope mount, and it mounts a one-piece mount to here. And we did have the 940 mounted on here to this 90-degree Picatinny, and you couldn't hardly see nothing. The scope was blocking most of the light, so we put it up on top to get a much better, crisp, clean picture with less noise. We got an iTrax iPhone mount here with a 1/4 screw in the bottom. And this mount here was for a tripod to go onto a Picatinny rail. So there was a 1/4 hole in that, and we mounted this to it. So with that said, what you actually see through the screen on the DVR is really not that bad, but when this DVR records, it only records in 240 pixels, which is terrible. I didn't like it, and I'm sure y'all didn't like it. You can't hardly tell any, it's just blotchy. But when I'm hunting and I'm looking through this, it's no different than looking through this camera I'm videoing right now. When you guys see this video, it's about that quality when you're hunting with this, or this monitor. It's the same. So when you look at the gun, you're like, well, that's got to be a heavy gun, and actually it's not. My Hot Sign with my 50mm adjustable objective Leapers 6-24 power scope, it was heavier than this by about 1 pound. So it's really not that much more heavier than my BT60. I mean, the BT65 was heavier. So, you know, not by much, but just to give you an example, if you've got a BT65 and it's got a fairly big scope, 50mm objective, then you'll know what I'm talking about. These scopes, they're not light. The scopes are pretty heavy, and it adds a good bit of weight to your gun. So now this scope here, the 50mm was on here when I first started. It was just too heavy, so I dropped down to the 40, and we've been using that. It's manageable. I can hunt with it for a few hours. The shoulder strap helps. I just got a bipod that we're going to put on the gun, so that'll help. But other than that, I think the gun weighs about 13 pounds now. No, it don't even weigh that. I think it was 11. I'm not real sure. I'd have to weigh it again. I really don't feel like doing that right now. But this is the gun. It's hell on wheels. Boy, it stacks pellets right on top of each other. And I'll give you a demonstration of what you actually see through the camera, because what you see through the camera is really not that bad. Through the DVR, it's not bad at all. What is bad is when you have to record with it. Alright, let's turn it on. Alright, and that's what I see at night when I record. I mean when I'm hunting. Now when I record and upload it to YouTube, it looks terrible. So that's it. That's what you see at night when I'm hunting. All your mill dots are visible. They actually work. I didn't think they would work, but they work just fine. If you're looking to buy this kit, you want it. I got all this info from Rolaids Bench on YouTube. Rolaids Bench, spelled just like the Rolaids gas medicine or stomach medicine. The guy's name's Roland. You can go and ask him anything you want, but in his description on his 1.0 night vision kit, he's got the price breakdowns, the links. He's got everything you need to get this going. And I think I got about $450, maybe $400, and I'll take that back. That's about $500 with the scope. About $500 with the scope for this kit for night vision, in which you really can't do wrong. It's an awesome setup. Like I said, the only thing that I'm disgruntled with so far is the definition that it records in is 240p, and I don't like that. That's all. Compared to my Hot Sun, which is sold now, it's gone. I sold it today for $300. It's a done deal. This gun just smoked it. The only problems I've had out of this gun, right here, I wore a magazine out. Big deal. I didn't have to spend 80 bucks to ship it twice like I had to do with the Hot Sun. My shoulder straps ain't broke. The connectors are solid. The connectors on the Hot Sun were flimsy, crap, broke. The paint started rubbing off on the plastic forearm stock. It was all synthetic, and you had big white spots where my hands were from the black wearing off of it. The hammer spring and all that got loose, and I didn't know how to fix it. No schematics came with the gun, no nothing. So I wasn't going to take it apart and have springs flying everywhere, stuff moving that I don't know how to put back together. So it had to be shipped. Had to be shipped twice. So that was a extra 160, about 170 bucks just to have it fixed twice before the 6-month period was up that I had the gun. I've shot twice as many, if not 3 times as many pellets through this Marauder, and it hadn't tore up yet. Nothing wrong with it. The only thing I've done is wear out a magazine, which that's easily to fix too. All you gotta do is take it apart and put the spring in a different hole and put it back together. Simple stuff. Plus it shoots the multitude of pellets, unlike the Hot Sun did. So I'm happy with my Marauder. There's so many aftermarket parts that you can buy for the gun to mod it to where it shoots every bit as hard, if not more, than the BT65, and you have a better quality gun that's quieter and a better trigger. With that said, the way I've got my gun tuned now, it's about 920 to 940 with the new valve and everything that I've had put in it. It shoots I've got it tuned to shoot the Benjamin Domed and the Predator Polymags. That it shoots them the best on the current tune that it's at. It's right at 920 to 940, I believe, with the Benjamin Domed. Them stack one on top of another at 40 to 50 yards. Simple kit, one that'll last you a long time. I've probably got about $900 in the gun now, the way it sits, just like it sits in the stand. About 800 or 900 bucks. That's full night vision, full daytime shooting. You can use this camera in the daytime. It does do color in the daytime. I've got the DVR set to black and white, but the camera will record. It's got a on-screen menu. You can hit that red button and it's got an on-screen display, and you can adjust all your camera settings. You can actually even make crosshairs with the camera. Now I haven't tried this yet, but you can check that out on Rollade's bench. You can actually use a scopeless, use this setup and monitor minus the scope, and use the privacy filter in here to make a line and a line. You can even make mil dots. It's crazy. But I didn't get into it that far yet. I probably will, because if I could make me a scopeless setup, boy, that'd be fine. That'd put your gun back down to the lightness, about 7 pounds, maybe 8, and then it's not nowhere near as heavy with a scope on it. But I guess that's all. This is mainly just a good test run for my new camera today. That's basically what I'm doing this for. But we'll try and get you some hunting videos here pretty quick. Cold weather should be coming in here fairly soon, maybe another month and a half away, and we'll get cracking. We'll get some good videos up. Till later. That's all for now. Later, YouTube.